Electric fields and field theory in general is something that most students have not spent a lot of time hearing about or knowing prior to their introduction in physics. So, force fields are areas of influence due to the existence of something. For an electric field, that would be a charged object that creates this electric field. In the Another way to think about this would be like Axe Boy, and uh, I'm going with the hyper generalization that it is the young teenage type boy or male who tends to use too much cologne or body spray or whatever, and it tends to be older women who do the same, like who use too much perfume or whatever. So we all know the guy who's like, ooh, Axe body spray, oh, if a little bit is good, a lot is better. So Axe Boy sprays himself with all sorts of Axe body spray, and he creates what can only be described as a stink field. He has, just because he exists in the room, he and his Axe body spray is going to influence everyone who comes in contact with them. And this influence is the same. The amount of spray, the amount of spray molecules around is the same no matter who you are. But how much you are influenced is going to, and whether that influence is attractive or repulsive, is going to depend on who you are and how sensitive you are to smell in general. Okay. Like, it's a thing, that if you have this amount of influence, that he used too much Axe body spray, and it was so repulsive that literally a school bus had to be evacuated. You know what I'm talking about. Now, in the real world, not just Axe Boy and too much body spray or whatever, we can talk about gravitation and gravitational force fields. Okay. Because the Earth has mass, it will influence all other objects that have mass. And in the case of gravity, that influence is going to be attractive. It's literally pulling all other masses towards it. Okay. Now, the amount of influence, think about this. We know that all the objects experience the same acceleration due to gravity or amount of influence, identical because they're near the surface of the Earth. But based on how much mass they have, they experience a different actual force of push or pull, otherwise known as they have different weights. In electric fields, okay, we can say that because something is charged, either positive or negative, it will influence all other charged particles. Unlike gravity, which is attractive only, electric fields can be both attractive and repulsive because the charges creating them are both positive and negative. So we have to define the direction of the electric field. It's not simply towards the Earth like the gravitational field was. So the official definition is that the electric field is defined to be the same direction as the electric force on a test charge, which just happens to be a small positive charge at a given location. An interpretation that you may find super helpful is that electric fields move away from the large positive charge that's creating the field or toward a large negative charge creating that field.